Alright, so got everything unpacked. Essentially 5 cans of Hyperdip. This is a satin black. I forgot exactly what they call it. Let's see. Doesn't actually say, but it's a satin black. I can't remember the name, but this is from Dip Your Car. It's the wheel kit. They send you 5 cans. Also got some pre-dip spray for cleaning. And we also have some dip release, so we don't have to actually mask the wheels off. Of course, they send some microfiber cloth and some bags, essentially, for masking the calipers and rotors. So, yeah, we'll get to it. Okay, so I got the first one in place. Essentially, what they send you is just a clear bag, trash bag. So what I did is I just kind of ripped off one end and just completely ripped it open, so it was just one sheet, and that helped fit around the calipers real nice. So go ahead and do the rest, and I'll get back with you here shortly. Okay, so got all the wheels masked. I even masked up the valve stem covers there. If you don't have, if you just have a regular plastic cover on there, you could just leave it, but I actually have custom painted grenades, so I didn't want to paint those. I took them off, and you obviously need to mask off that valve stem so you don't plug it. Anyways, next part is essentially, also if you do get this, they have do's and don'ts. Definitely follow this, because if you don't follow it, your final product isn't going to be good. It may not stick on there. So definitely follow this. They made this stuff, this Hyperdip. They know what they're talking about. Follow it. All right, so first is the dip release. Just put a little bit on a microfiber towel, and I'll try and show you this as I do it, but holding a phone and trying to do this is not going to be easy, so bear with me. Anyways, oh fuck. Well, that is not exactly what I wanted to do, so yeah, don't do what I did. And this is why holding a phone is not making this easy. So, guess we'll leave that. And that will be our little bit of amount that we use, so. But you want to start with this first, because this is essentially your masking for your tire. If you do this second, after you clean your rims, you have a more likely chance to get some of this on your edges, and that means your edges will peel. And obviously you don't want that, because there goes your dipped wheels that you just spent hours trying to complete. Because this is not exactly a quick 10-minute process. This will probably take a few hours. Luckily, you guys just see it on the video. I don't know how long this will be. A few minutes, 10 minutes. Anyways, so yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll do all 4 of these. Make sure, once you do, kind of get inside of that corner, but this is that part where you really want to make sure you clean the edge of your rims, or else it will not stick to it. So this is why you do this part first. Get all that in there. That way, yeah, after you spray your whole wheel, it just peels right off of your tires. Okay, so got the dip release on all of them. Next part is the pre-dip spray. Oh, hold on, while this loud truck drives by. Downfall of living in an apartment. Anyways, use this before dipping. Really, really clean your wheels. Brake dust, anything like that that's on it, like, you want that to bond. You want this stuff to bond so it lasts a while, looks good. So really clean this, especially with the dip release. Chances are you're going to get it on your wheels. So definitely clean these very well. You could spray it right onto the wheel, or just spray it onto a rag. But I would even suggest maybe even going over these things twice, maybe even with 2 separate rags. I already have a bunch of microfiber towels. They only send you one, which you can use for cleaning or the dip release, or you can find something else for the dip release. But yeah, definitely clean your wheels. I sprayed some on the rag, and you want to get it into every little nook and cranny you possibly can. Anywhere there's something might stick, if you can, try and get it around there. You can get some in there, and like I said, you can spray this on the wheels, or you can just do it on the rag. I'm just doing it on the rag so I can have like a clean surface everywhere I go, and make sure you get all the way around these edges. because that's where that dip release probably touched and got on there, and that's usually the fail point whenever you plastic dip something. It starts to shrink over time, and luckily, I guess with Hyperdip it shouldn't do that, but if it's going to fail, it's always around this edges. I know when I plastic dip the wheels of my truck and my Mustang, after a while it just started to peel around these edges, see a little bit of chrome underneath the black, so definitely make sure you get inside of there real well. Alright, so everything's cleaned, everything's masked, so it's time to actually get the action. So you want to start off with tack coats. Definitely tack coats, as it says. Don't skip the tack coats. It says it twice on the sheet, so don't skip the tack coats. And also make sure, like I said, clean the wheel. I'm a painter, so you know, your paint job is only as good as your prep that you do before it. So make sure it's clean, make sure it's free of dirt, no water, all that. So here we go. Try to do this while holding the phone. Probably not going to do very well. Let's back up a little bit. All right. Just going to do just a quick tack coat. No coverage, not doing anything like that. Got my finger in the way, don't do that. So make sure you try and get your tack coat best you can all over, because this is essentially what's creating your adhesion. After you spend, you know, $100 on a wheel kit or whatever it is, you want it to last a while, I'm sure. Cool. So I'm going to go around, essentially do the same thing to all the wheels, and be back shortly. So, got 3 dust coats on, got 1 more to do. As you can see, I definitely don't have coverage yet. I mean, you could even almost afford to go a little lighter than this. But this kind of same thing as before. And after this one, you start putting them on pretty much pretty heavy. Try slicking it out. So, just going to go around. Just got to do the rest of them, but I mean, you can already tell it's making a pretty big difference, so can't wait to see the final product. All right, so essentially it's time for wet coats. This is probably about the last one other than the final show. Also, if you could get one of these, do it. It will save your finger, I guarantee you. But anyways, yeah, go ahead and I'll see if I can film this as I do this. It might be a little easier said than done, but oh, there we go. We got some lights that just came on. All right, here we go. Sorry if the camera gets a little out of whack here, because I am trying to pay more attention to what I'm doing more than the phone. Those bottom ones are a little harder to get. Also suggest wearing a mask, which I do not have. Get inside of there. There we go. Let's see, that's a good one coat. Can's almost done, and you essentially, as they say, just keep putting coats on until you're out of the cans. They send you 5. So, it'll probably be 4 or 5 coats, and probably have to sit this wait, let it flash, maybe 20 minutes. So here comes the long haul, and as you can tell, it's getting kind of dark. So anyways, I'll bring it back, I guess, when these are all done, and it's time for the unmask. All right, so got everything unpacked. Essentially 5 cans of Hyperdip. This is a satin black. I forgot exactly what they call it. Let's see. Doesn't actually say, but it's a satin black. I can't remember the name, but this is from Dip Your Car. It's the wheel kit. They send you 5 cans. Also got some pre-dip spray for cleaning. And we also have some dip release, so we don't have to actually mask the wheels off. Of course, they send some microfiber cloth and some bags, essentially, for masking the calipers and rotors. So, yeah, we'll get to it.